Okay, hello Booktube. It's John from Toronto again. Today I'm going to do a short video. I think it's going to be short. This was the result of, um, well, I've met so many good, um, nice people here on Booktube, and one of them, Renee from Beyond Books, suggested that I do the what do you call it now, the newbies quiz, right? For beginning YouTubers, booktubers, I should say, on YouTube. And so I decided to do just that. So I wrote down 5 of the questions from, I guess, the new list, and these are the ones I decided to answer. I didn't really have any answers in mind, so I'm going to try to wing it. So anyway, number 1 is, why did you start this channel? That's a good question. A lot of my friends and acquaintances have asked me or urged me actually to start a channel. They've had channels themselves on YouTube, and they said just talk about whatever. And I chose books, obviously, being an English teacher and a writer and all that. And I thought it might be an interesting thing to try, and and share with other book lovers. My cat is going back and forth here. I can't see him, but he's there. And so that's basically why I started the channel. I thought it might be a good way to meet some new friends who have a common interest in books in general, and share some ideas about what we think of different books and writing too, right? So that about answers number 1, I guess. Number 2, if I can read my printing, what are some fun and unique things I can bring to the Booktube community? Well, there's Felix, my cat. You saw him the last video, and he's still roaming around here. There's a tail there somewhere. And so that's one thing. I probably, as I loosen up a little bit more, you'll see that I can be a bit comical sometimes, as probably my students are aware, and former students. Also, I can read little bits of things that I've written myself, and you can have at it what you think about that, and that should be interesting. And also to get obviously feedback and things of yours that you've written that I can enjoy. One booktuber wrote a poem the other night, Robin, and it was a very good poem, and I commented it on his channel and congratulated him. It was quite good. So things like that, and there'll be other things too, I'm sure. Number 3, what am I most excited about, or sorry, what am I most excited for about with this new channel? Let's see, just meeting other people who are interested in books and writing, all that kind of stuff. I say a lot, I don't know. There we go, another close to an So yeah, just meeting new people, and hearing their views as well on books that they've read and books they want to read, that kind of thing. Number 4, why do you love reading? Probably, like most people, to learn about someone's experience or an event, number of different scenes, settings, and most of all for me is character. To see how character develops in a story and what that has maybe to teach us as readers. That's something I really love about studying literature. And then I just decided to do one more. Number 5, what book or stories got you into reading? Well, if we go way back to when I couldn't even read because I was about 3 or 4, I do recall Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat series, and I really liked that. There was also Curious George, the monkey. So we're talking about even before I could read. And then, as time went on, I remember there was the series, The Hardy Boys, sort of teenage detectives, that really caught my interest when I got to the point where I could read, fairly well, but still not quite, still a child. And it's just grown since then. And I used to read, when I was younger, I used to read a lot of science fiction, actually. I'm not really all that interested in science fiction or science fantasy fiction or things like that. I'm more into things that are a study of human psychology, how people function in all kinds of different situations, how they learn and grow and adapt under pretty heavy circumstances, and how they relate to each other and all that. And I like to learn something from the fiction I read. I'm not saying that can't happen with science fiction and fantasy. I'm sure it does, but it's just a genre that I haven't really. I've kind of left behind me somewhat, for whatever that's worth or whatever that means. I don't know. It's just the way it seems to have happened. So this is just a short video for today. Tomorrow I plan to do another video. I've got 3 novels I'd like to go through with you, and I'll give you a hint. They're all Canadian Indigenous novels, and so maybe you can guess between now and tomorrow what those 3 are, and see how close you come to being correct. Just a little, game we could play out of that. So thank you very much. It's really hot here in Toronto. I guess it is in a lot of places these days. I do have the air conditioning on, but I just came back in too from outside where it's ridiculously humid, and we're getting another heat warning, so it's going to be even getting worse starting tomorrow and carrying through for quite a few days. So I guess that's the way it is around much of the world these days. I guess that's the way July is going to go, and probably, well, this is August now, and I guess August too. Anyway, thank you very much for putting up with all my hesitations and nervous tics or whatever, and I'm going to continue to try to get better, and thank you again to Beyond Books. The channel master there is, of course, Renee, and thank you very much. And the wonderful doggie that she has there, always feeding snacks to. I believe it's Renee. No, I'm sorry, Renee is the person in charge, and the doggie's name is, I forget now, isn't that awful? It is a senior moment. Rainer, maybe, or Raina. I'll find out when I look again, but I'm sorry about that, Renee. I can't remember your dog's name. So anyway, thank you very much, and have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.